Welcome back, Nerd Squad. My name is Royo Destroya, and this is Top 10 Nerd. Today we are switching gears from our usual content to geek out a little bit about dinosaurs. Because not only is Chris Pratt my very real, not fake at all husband, but the movie Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is coming out in the US in just a few days, so we are sure to see some familiar reptilian faces on the big screen soon. And extra fun fact, there's gonna be a third in 2021. So let's take a look at the top 10 Jurassic World dinos. In the number 10 spot is the DIMORPHODON. The only reason these guys are so low on the list is because they were criminally underutilized. The DIMORPHODON kinda looks as if two of the other creatures later on our list got together and decided to have a baby. It's considered unique from other pterosaurs because it's got two types of teeth like mammals, hence the name meaning two-formed tooth. In Jurassic World, they were modified to be better flyers than their clone material, because that's really what we need, a winged T-Rex type creature that can move better. Yeah, consider lesson not learned. Next at number 9 we have the STEGOSAURUS. The Stego is one of the most recognizable dinos out there. Thanks Land Before Time, please tell me you guys have seen those movies. They are also known as some of the dumbest dinos out there. Initially their brain was thought to be the size of a walnut, but scans revealed it's more like the size of a newborn kitten. Well, dumb makes for a good member of the Gentle Giants petting zoo. But I still wouldn't advise one off, you've all seen that stampeding by now. Coming in at number 8 is the ANKYLOSAURUS. Although these guys are also herbivores, they were depicted as much more capable of taking care of themselves, clad in their armored scales and clubbed tails. The clones made by InGen even had an extra layer of protection in the form of spikes protruding from their sides, unlike their source material. Oddly enough, in Jurassic World, these guys were pretty fast, which goes against their body type and build. Also, if they were fast enough, nature would not have gifted them with such heavy defenses. But screw science, we don't need it. In the number 7 spot is the APATOSAURUS. One of the few herbivores that were brought back for Jurassic World, these guys are easily recognizable from their long necks and ginormous bodies. They would have to eat plants constantly to sustain this mass. Hopefully they don't discover the joys of that energy providing meat. They actually made quite an impression in the movie with the whole dying dino and comforting human scene. Yes, dinosaurs do have feelings. Those eyes had life in them, man. Up at number 6 we got the TYRANNODON. You will remember these guys best from the swarm that fell upon the unassuming park guests and made blood rain down all around. Ah, good times. The Pteranodon is usually a fish eater, but when you've been held in captivity with not the freshest of meals, those squirming warm bodies look pretty tasty. They are bigger than the Dimorphodons too, with wingspans the size of a typical school bus. All the better to carry you off with, my darling. Coming in at number 5 we have the TRICERATOPS. We don't get to see a lot of this herbivore, but it is one of my favorite kinds of dinos because it may not kill for food, but it doesn't take crap, and 10 out of 10 I would ride into battle on one. The ones made for the park also had a particular affinity for being scratched beneath their frills, isn't that cute? The young ones were even used for so-called pony rides, while the adults got to roam the gyrosphere. See, do you even need killer carnivores to make your park fun? Next up at number 4 is the MOSASAURUS. This bad boy is an aquatic dino, so he wasn't gonna cause any trouble unless he got into the ocean, which of course he has now. We didn't get to see this guy early on, which was nice. Maintaining that air of mystery made the ending so much more satisfying. This guy ended up being the hero the park deserves, but not the one it needs. No, scratch that. It kinda needed him or they were royally doomed. But it's a little scary to think that it's managed to escape into the ocean. That's like Jaws 10-fold, 100-fold. Up next at number 3 is the INDOMINUS Rex. The INDOMINUS was created by pulling together DNA from all sorts of dinos, most of them classified to up the scare factor. It also had frog DNA, which allowed it to monitor its body temp and even switch genders. And it was smart. And it had lots of teeth. This thing was essentially the Mary Sue of dinosaurs, which is the only reason it is here instead of at the top. Yes, it was a formidable foe that destroyed everything in its path, but at the end of the day, it was artificial and just a titch too perfect. In the number 2 spot, we got the VELOCIRAPTOR. Some of the real stars of the film were Blue and her raptor squad. These were the only dinosaurs to really develop a bond with humans, no matter how tenuous. I know it's not realistic to want to see more human-dino partnerships, but neither is a movie about dinosaurs brought back from the dead. Anyway, what makes these guys special is that they're really the only dinosaurs in the movies with individual personalities, and you just know we're gonna see a lot of that personality in the upcoming film. And finally, in the number 1 spot is the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Of course, how could anyone else be up here but the good old-fashioned T-Rex? He didn't get as much screen time this time around, but it served well to keep him in the image of the untouchable king. He was even used to take on the INDOMINUS Rex when everyone realized they needed more teeth. Of course, before the raptors jumped in, those tiny arms couldn't quite compete with the INDOMINUS's perfect body conformation. So those were the top 10 Jurassic dinos. Let me know in the comment section down below what dino would you love as a pet. My name is Rory Destroya, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another nerdy list.